I got plenty to say about Siegfried and Roy and the tiger attack, but...
I was on a vigil because this really affected me. You talk about things affecting you. I couldn't get enough information about Roy.
I know, me neither. Why is that?
I was like, where is the information? I need updates.
See, I was more concerned with Siegfried now he was feeling.
Well, I'll tell you who doesn't look like an idiot now. David Blaine. He's up in a box peeing in his diaper.
Yeah.
No tigers anywhere near him.
No animals.
You know what I mean? Turns out Roy was doing the more dangerous act.
But what a great show they did.
I mean...
That was the greatest show ever.
It was all worth it.
I mean, yeah, we saw their show, and...
You didn't get nearly what this was.
Too bad the tiger didn't bite him in the cod piece. Roy would be fine.
Yeah, because that wouldn't have been near anything.
That was metal.
And it was so big, it couldn't have been near any of his actual vital organs.
That giant penis protector.
But, man... I gain very much new respect for those guys. First of all, they're 64 and 59.
Right.
Wow.
In incredible shape.
Yes. And, you never thought that was a dangerous act.
No, I mean, come on.
I didn't. I mean, I was watching it. It seemed like, I go, this is kind of tame.
I figured the tigers were drugged or something.
They're
or toothless.
Real tigers.
Yeah,
I thought at least they'd remove their teeth.
It does. It makes you remember that they're tigers.
They're real tigers.
How freaky was it that, like, after Roy got dragged by the tiger, he's laying there in a pool of blood, he's dying, for Christ's sakes.
Yeah.
He says to the paramedics, "Let the cat live."
Well, that was his whole thing. He's not dropping that image even if he's dying.
I'd want that cat dead.
Yeah.
Dude.
But
Absolutely.
you never went to the Siegfried and Roy movie.
Yeah, I couldn't handle that. I couldn't stomach that.
We saw an excerpt from it they show it at their show.
Right.
Yeah, Artie and I were holding hands during it.
Yeah, it was very touching.
Yeah, we saw an excerpt.
But Roy would say that, the first time he went to a zoo, he had like an incredible experience where he and a tiger or some big cat locked eyes, and immediately they knew they were connected.
Oh, yeah.
And he didn't know how connected they were going to be eventually.
I thought he was talking about Siegfried when he said that.
No, he was looking at a cat.
When Siegfried and I locked eyes, I knew we were connected. Meanwhile, those guys, I hope I'm not saying anything crazy, but I always thought they were gay.
Yeah. And what makes you think not now?
No, I'm just saying...
You're saying the tigers...
They play it like they're straight. I mean,
yeah.
No one knows what's going on in that house, but the two of them live together, right?
But I bet you, they have a house, a huge house with them and their tigers.
They're just very effeminate. They're banging lesser chicks.
Well, you know what? They said there was a woman and Siegfried who got to go to Roy's bedside.
Right.
And I'm like, don't tell me this woman is like... a lover or something.
Yeah, they're both banging. I don't know. Who knows what's going on there?
The woman we're banging is here, Roy.
You think they're double teaming her?
Live, Roy. The women we're pretending to bang is here.
There's much to live for.
Yes, it's a cat we let live, and look who's here. It's our poontang.
Meanwhile, I thought like Penn and Teller hated those guys, but Penn was like the official spokesman. Did you see him on TV?
He was holding a vigil right at the bedside.
He's the guy who comes out and he goes, and he's the one who said it, he goes, a lot of people don't realize that these two wonderful men, what a dangerous magic act they do.
Right.
And I was like, well, I thought Penn and Teller hated them.
They made it look so easy you forgot that it was dangerous.
Penn and Teller changed. They used to hate all those guys, and now they ended up liking them.
They become them. They live in Las Vegas, and they give magic shows every night.
Yeah. I don't think they're doing each other, though.
I think they have a big house with some tigers.
Roy, you must live. Look, it's Penn Gillette.
Penn is here.
Penn is our spokesperson.
Well, they said like over 135 different celebrities
showed up.
I'm going to send flowers. I mean, we met those guys. We hung with them.
Yeah.
Who was there?
They were actually...
Yeah, I want to know which celebrities.
Gillette was the only one they could name.
I think Frank Sinatra's 3D hologram was there at the bedside.
Guess who sent flowers? The king of all media.
King of all media sent you flowers. Roy, wake up.
King of media is here.
King of media.
King of media.
We were sitting there at that Siegfried and Roy show, and I'm just trying to be low-key because I'm there to like goof on it. Meanwhile, those two dudes had the last laugh on me. As soon as they come out, oh. look who's here. King of our media.
And they say it to the tiger.
Yeah. Look. Ooh.
And I'm trying to think, there's no screen up in front of that stage, is it? That's tigers could take off and come right into the audience.
And what a bunch of asswipes we are. We're
know.
sitting there like, hey, this is fun.
They're the only ones in danger.
Yeah, we're like, hey, this is fun. Those guys are in control. Meanwhile, it turns out they don't even know what they're doing. He's hitting the tiger over the head with a microphone. By the way, did that turn you off?
Yes.
I didn't think there was any animal abuse in that show.
I sat there and I said, because I read every thing I
Frame.
could find on it to find out I wanted a moment by moment, breakdown of what happened. And he was pulling and that used to bother me even when I saw the show, that they pull the tigers around a lot. Like they yank on them.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's odd, but maybe you have to yank on a tiger.
How are you going to get a tiger to do anything?
But then when he told the tiger to sit or stand, the tiger wouldn't do it, and he bopped him in the nose with a microphone.
Yeah, and then he bit his arm.
Yeah.
Well, at first he bopped him in the nose with the microphone. The tiger still wouldn't do it, and then he hit him 5 times with the microphone, and the microphone was going bam, 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 bam. And that's what they said.
Yeah, because what else are you going to do?
But it was it was on, so it was making a huge noise when he hit him. And they think that might have freaked out the tiger. And that's when the tiger grabbed his arm.
Yeah. And that was one of those.
Flung him down.
That was one of those tigers he raised since it was like a kitten. Like a little tiny baby.
Yeah, he's had it since it was like 6 months old or something.
Which proves one thing. We are just food to animals.
There's no connection.
Well, when did... again, even a house cat cannot be really tamed.
Right.
Cats are untamable.
There you go. There you go.
And the bigger they get, you are just meat. I always say, I know, if I died in my kitchen, my cats would eat me.
Yeah, right. They don't care.
I am not meat, it's Roy.
I raised you from baby.
Now you bite me.
And when you look, well, see, again, you didn't, I guess maybe in the portion of the movie they show you in the show, they show you them frolicking in the pool with the tigers.
Yeah.
Because they take them in their pool and they swim with them and they're roaming all over the house, allegedly. I don't know how they really live.
Yeah.
But, they're supposed to be, they treat them like little
family.
cats. And the other thing is they always, they bring this particular tiger out and they say this is his first time on stage. They say that every night.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
This is a very exciting night. Our baby make its debut on stage.
Right.
Oh, yeah, we saw that.
Yeah, because I saw that, too, several years ago, and that same tiger's been making his debut every show.
Kitty, guess what's going on at table 5, Kitty? Butt Bongo Fiesta.
King of Media.
King of Media's here.
King of Media. Those two creepy guys.
They were nice as hell.
They were nice to us, man. I liked them. They won me over.
They're likable, and you just can't stop staring at them.
Yeah, they're interesting to look at.
They're a little freaky, but
you don't even notice the tigers practically because they're so strange.
I'm gonna say you can't really tell what's going on, but it must be real bad because they're saying that he's still in like critical condition.
Well, he lost a massive. There's the blood vessels that are right here in your neck where the tiger grabs are the ones that feed your brain.
Yeah.
And anytime you attack somebody there, first of all, it's massive blood loss because you're probably hitting an artery and it's just pumping the blood out. And number 2, because you're dealing with the center of the central nervous system when you cut off that blood supply. And when you try to stop the blood, you're cutting off the blood supply to the brain. And you may be affecting his windpipe, which brings in oxygen. So it's
he probably stroked out, they're saying.
Yeah, it's a really horrible place to have an injury.
Well, you really did read a lot about Siegfried and Roy. Look at you.
Well,
God damn.
That's old nursing training.
No, but still. And you know everything.
I'm telling you, I was like, stop telling me about Arnold and the number of mounting women who claim he groped them. Yeah. Where's Roy news?
Jimmy Roy, yeah, you know what? Most of the, now, how's this? I don't know if you even know this.
What?
They videotaped the entire attack, but they won't show it. But that's going to end up on the internet.
That's now you need a hacker.
Yeah. Now we need some dude to get the tape and stick it up on the internet, because I do want to see it.
Haven't been at that show. We were sitting close.
Yeah.
What must that have looked like?
Well, according to reports, they say that the people who were sitting there brought their kids, and they were like, you know what?
God. This is a terrible show for kids.
This is a really violent show. And then
we didn't know.
Must have been horrifying.
But most people thought it was a part of the act for a while until they heard the screaming backstage.
And you know how animals kill. They grab you and they shake you. So the tiger was shaking. They went, wow, this is really realistic and the blood and everything, but I don't think we should have brought the kids.
Well, that's the thing, because a magic act sometimes can be like that. But this time it was, and they don't do anything crazy and bloody in their show, you know, for shock value. It's all very nice and sweet. But the other thing that made me think about it was, you know, Roy stumbled. And the thing with animals is you never want to show any weakness, especially cats, because of the way they
operate.
Do their thing, yeah. Well, he stumbled, and that's when the tiger just took over and knocked him down, grabbed his, jumped on his neck, bit him, and then dragged him off stage like he was a piece of meat. And they then, Siegfried went running, and everybody went running, and they were hitting the tiger with things to try to get him off of Roy.
If he had eaten Roy, it would have been the first time the tiger made Roy disappear.
Right. He's now taking over the act.
Roy, you disappear.
Mirage would have sold tickets for when he crapped out Roy.
I'm tired of going through the trap door. You go through the trap.
Tomorrow, the tiger will crap out Roy.
Ooh, he's back.
There's Roy's finger.
Unfortunately, Roy didn't come out the same way he went in.
Meanwhile, Roy was the one who loved the tiger. Siegfried hated him. He told me that backstage.
Oh, yeah, that was the whole thing, that the whole act was really Roy's tigers, because Siegfried is just some dude who hooked up with Roy.
Yeah.
Roy was always an incredible animal lover.
Hello.
Let's hook up.
I'm Siegfried.
I'm Roy, and let me tell you, I have tiger. Ooh.
I smell money.
Let's hook up.
Meanwhile, animal.
They're saying the Siegfried and Roy show may never, ever be back in production, and they've already told everyone who works on the Siegfried and Roy show to go look for jobs.
Well, first of all, it's going to take him a year. Yeah. Good Lord, how long it would take him to recover. But secondly, would you go back into a live performance with a tiger after something like that?
Maybe the tiger just got tired of watching those two guys prance around.
He finally said, that is not man.
Come here, Fruity.
That is woman.
I don't know, but
the other tiger story, of course, happening at the same time, was some wacko had a tiger here in an apartment.
Yeah, those things happen in threes.
Yeah.
So there's somewhere else there's another tiger story.
Be on the lookout. And that tiger attacked as well.
Yeah.
There was some mob guy who was famous for that. He had a tiger in his basement in Brooklyn.
Yeah?
Yeah, and if you owed him money or something, he took you to see the tiger.
Oh, boy.
What happened to me fixing my eye?
Yeah.
You started talking about Roy, and you forgot.
Robin went off on a tangent.
Yeah. You're way out of control. Your Roy stories.
I need my Roy news.
People have war stories. You have Roy stories.
I felt so guilty because me and Dana saw the cover of the paper, and I thought maybe he got nibbled or something. It was a joke, and I'm reading it laughing. And then you see, God, the guy's almost dead. I felt guilty about it.
Yeah, he's your friend, dude.
No, wait, I know this guy.
He's your buddy.
He's my bro.
You got pictures, right?
I have a beautiful picture with him.
Beth saw the story. She goes, I have a picture of him on my refrigerator posing with us.
How lucky you are.
Yeah.
Got a beautiful friend.
Don't all these guys sort of go down the same way? Didn't Gunther Gable Williams, the guy who used to be the tiger tamer for the Ringling Brothers people, did he get attacked?
So I told you these happened in three. Gunther Gable Williams,
right?
Roy, and the guy in Harlem.
Exactly.
Antonio.
How's a guy in Harlem who lives in a housing project afford to feed a tiger? They were saying the tiger eats like 50 chicken legs a day or something.
Wow.
I forget what it was.
And that's not even good meat for a tiger.
Yeah, I mean, forget about what this guy was feeding. How does it? And plus, he had to feed an alligator. He had an alligator in there. Well, where's he getting the dough for that? That's what I want to know.
Obviously, all of the subsistence checks are going to the animals.
I think he's up to no good, that guy.
You know what I was thinking would be a cool movie? Like you have this guy, this black dude, poor guy, lives in Harlem. He raises this cat in his house, and it's living with him. And at night, he feeds the homeless to the tiger. and then right?
Siegfried and Leroy?
I don't think...
Siegfried and Leroy.
I don't think that's happening, though, just by the number of homeless on the street.
Yeah, I think the homeless are eating tigers.
Yo, cat!
I heard the guy in the news this morning. He was, heartbroken that they took away his alligator and his tiger. But do you know why he was doing it? He wanted to prove that we could all get along. Everyone could all get along.
Well, he was wrong.
He got bitten.
He said the tiger ripped his leg down to the bone.
Howard, he's practically crying.
And he said, I want the tiger back after that. He said, the pain in my leg is nothing compared to the pain in my heart.
The tiger's like a brother to me, he said.
He's crazy.
When they say we can...
To say a tiger like a brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's up, kitty?
That tiger's name is Ming.
You know, when they say we can all get along, they mean blacks and whites, not us and tigers.
Yeah. I want to prove.
We can't get along with tigers. I don't think so.
His house was like a jungle.
And what was Roy's tiger's name? They had a name for that tiger.
Pinky. Because he ate my pinky. All I know is Penn and Teller are so jealous that Penn bit Teller on the neck last night.
They're doing the act. They took over the show.
Yeah, why don't they just take over the show? You know what? How about me and Artie and Robin take over the show? And Fred,
Do we have to work with real tigers?
No, Fred will be in a tiger costume. With his sound effects.
Then I'm all for it. And how many people were in that show? It's like hundreds, right?
Oh, forget it.
Yeah, that was a big deal. And I mean...
What a production.
Yeah.
So all of them have to go
lighting and imagine all those people who are dressed up as gay soldiers. Where are they going to work? How much call is there for a gay soldier?
Right.
Well, we do feel bad. Those guys were very gracious to us.
It says here, sir, for the last 23 years you've been a gay soldier at Siegfried and Roy.
Yeah, what a resume.
And now you want to work for Jeff Schick? It's ridiculous. Marty, what's up?
Yeah, you were talking about being afraid if the tiger was going to eat them, but they're carnivorous, and tigers don't eat fruit.
Oh, well, there you go, sir.
Terrible.
I was waiting for that one.
He bit him and found out he was pure fruit.
Yeah, they only eat meat. All right, we got to take a break. We'll be back right after these words. All right, so we were talking about Siegfried and Roy, and how we need more information on Siegfried and Roy. We can't get enough. Our fascination for them, there's no limit.
Oh, by the way, I was just shown a little thing that's in the paper today that all the dancers have been released from the Siegfried and Roy show, and they're all complaining because, you know, they said we didn't get a handshake even. All they gave us was garbage bags to clean out our lockers.
Yeah, they each got a garbage bag. That's kind of cool. I mean...
It is.
And isn't the Mirage being, is that the hotel? Isn't the Mirage being a little cold and like, oh, gee, the show's never going to return? Can it be like the John Ritter thing, and can we get someone to sub? Like Siegfried and Beetlejuice, or, you know, I mean, it can't that happen?
Apparently Roy is irreplaceable.
Really? Penn Jillette can't step in? So, it's amazing, too, to me that, like, they made those effing tigers disappear every night, and the one time they really needed those tigers to disappear, they couldn't do it.
Right.
You know? Why not just get another Roy, like Roy Jones Jr. or Siegfried and Roy Jones Jr.? Siegfried and Sulu. Hello there.
Yes.
And believe it or not, a tiger's about to bite me in the neck.
Best time to make a tiger disappear is when it's in your freaking neck.
When it's trying to eat you.
Yeah. Like I said, David Blaine doesn't look so stupid now. He's sitting in a box peeing into a diaper, and there's not a tiger in sight.
Yeah, they somehow made him look smart.
Yeah, well, he makes it look easy. It's really not dangerous.
All David Blaine has to deal with is a bunch of drunk Englishmen throwing stuff at him.
Yeah. And he's hanging above their heads, so.
Yeah. The only thing that's going to bite him in the neck is a supermodel. I guess it was only a matter of time, though. I mean, now that I realize how dangerous, I had no idea it was so dangerous.
Well, that's what I said, like Gunther Gable-Williams. He even got attacked by his lions and tigers.
And the Mirage is going to lose out on, like, tens of millions of dollars. Those guys were a real draw. They were the #1 act, I think, in Vegas.
They had a lifetime contract.
Yeah.
That's how good they were. And they built them their own habitat. They were so enamored of those guys, and those guys brought in so much money, they rolled out the red carpet.
Wow. And Jeffrey Katzenberg came to the hospital. That's the big executive that used to work for Disney. Now he has that company. And
yeah, he's with Spielberg and
DreamWorks,
Geffen, right?
Yeah, because he was making a cartoon.
Based on Siegfried and Roy?
Yeah, on the animals. It it was due out next year, and he must be really pissed at that tiger.
Yeah, because now nobody wants to see that.
Yeah, I mean, I do, but...
Well, he's not going to do it for real. The tigers aren't going to be attacking.
Yeah, I mean, how the hell do you do a Siegfried and Roy, their cute little animals cartoon, when the animals are biting them and their heads off?
I think the tiger just gave him his first episode.
Yeah.
And poor Siegfried must be devastated. You know, in all of this, we're forgetting what he's going through.
Mm. Yeah, we gotta write a note or something. Because seriously, we were at the show.
Roy, speak to me.
Say something.
Hey, you say that Roy is communicating. He gave a thumbs up.
Oh, so then what's the...
And,
that's fine.
You know, he can respond to, like, hand signals and stuff, so...
That's Roy giving me the thumbs up. Sometimes he would take that thumb. I know what that means.
Roy, not now.
When he was too tired to perform, that thumb could come in so handy.
Look, Roy, it's me, Penn Jillette, and the woman we pretend to know.
Then you got the guy in the Harlem apartment, like we said. He took a 400-pound tiger and an alligator and lived with them. And the cops had to come drag... You can imagine the poor cops, they come to Harlem. It's dangerous enough going up to Harlem, period, being a cop.
Danger inside, danger outside.
We've got a situation here. It looks like this guy's starting his own Back to Africa movement in his apartment. Yeah, this is part of my black heritage.
Yeah.
I'm living with alligators and tigers.
There's a rhino in the kitchen.
Who the hell keeps a tiger and an alligator in their apartment? I mean...
That is crazy.
And, I mean, it's an amazing commitment to the love of an animal because, like, I mean, I have a dog and it's hard in an apartment. And my dog is, like,
but you know what?
docile.
When you get a baby tiger, they don't... You know, everybody forgets. It's just like we said with the people who released the alligator in a lake or something. They get them when they're small.
Yeah, but wait a second. There is so much to this story. First of all, they interviewed some woman who actually lives there. And she came, she needed an apartment. She saw the tiger.
And hightailed it out of there?
No, and she's been living there.
Oh, my goodness.
And she said, I'm scared, but I'm not scared.
What?
and she said, and like no one in this housing project reported the fact that there was a huge 400-pound tiger in this guy's apartment.
See, I was wondering how he kept it a secret, but you're telling me now people knew.
They knew.
Good Lord.
What the hell?
And how does a guy in Harlem, I don't know what this guy did, but how does he afford to feed a 400-pound tiger? I mean, these things eat almost as much as Artie does.
Well, yeah, nobody's ever said what this guy did for a living.
My mother had to get rid of me.
You're not
Artie
kidding.
has trouble feeding himself.
I got to continue to do the road. But what did this place smell like? I mean...
Well, the funny thing is, if you read the articles, they say one of the neighbors complained that there was urine dripping down into his apartment.
Oh.
But the cops said, surprisingly, the apartment was very clean and didn't have that much of an odor.
Except for the dripping urine.
Yeah. I guess when it had an accident, all hell would break loose.
But it would go right through the floor?
Yeah, you're talking about tiger urine. Honey.
Yeah, that's strong.
Let me tell you. You've never been peed on by a tiger?
No.
I've
never had that experience.
I thought you said back when that guy gave you anal, back in that period of your life.
Robin, it's a wonderful experience.
I've been around, but not that much.
Tiger pee.
Golden tiger shower. It's wonderful.
Oh, man. So, it's an amazing story because... The only reason the cops were called in is because the tiger attacked the owner, and
he wasn't even turning the tiger in. When he went to the hospital, he told them he had been attacked by a pit bull.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and they looked at the damage, and they were like, no. This was no pit bull, and they called the police and said, something's going on. Check out that house.
Well, I got to tell you something. I have a theory about all this. First of all, Siegfried and Roy, Roy was attacked by his tiger, and it was all over the TV news. I think this tiger was watching TV and figured out to bite his owner.
It's time to turn on the humans, that the Roy tiger was the leader, calling everybody to start attacking.
Oh, I could bite this idiot's neck. He got his leg. But amazing. And, like, you know what? What was weird about it is when they found this tiger, it's such a big story, you almost forgot that there was an alligator, a fully grown alligator in there. The alligator's not even getting enough recognition.
Right.
Really?
And they didn't call it an alligator. They called it, what is it, a capon or something? Something.
No, they called it an alligator.
No, it had another name. It's not like...
Oh, yeah?
It's a type of alligator. It's not like a regular alligator. It's really exotic.
And the guy kept it in a glass, box?
Yeah, like an aquarium or something.
Yeah.
I know what he did for a living. He was an alligator salesman.
Alligator man is wasted. Says he's juvenile delinquent Rex.
Ah, man.
I don't need TV when I got T-Rex. I listened to Bowie all weekend. I got some obscure live... I guess Bowie did a movie, and the soundtrack was a whole live performance.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and I was listening to that song, Moon Age Daydream. I realized something. Baba Booey, you're going to have to talk to Tom. I need to buy an entire classic rock
library.
Baba Booey. We used to be classic rock, our station here in New York. When we switched to modern rock, or whatever you call this, they threw out, or they let everyone go in and take all the CDs home. It was its most complete classic rock library. And Lord knows I need it. I would have taken that entire wall and just made it. So we just have to go out and buy everything again, which is going to freak Tom out, but I need it.
Yeah, he was the one who gave it away.
I got to be able to say, well, for a while we could download off the internet if we needed a song real quick, but Tom, in a bizarre, shocking move, says we can't download off the internet. It's against, but the record companies want me to play their records.
Yeah, he doesn't understand you're not a teenager sharing the files with your friends.
So retarded. So stupid. And, I don't know. I don't know, man. But we have to, you tell Tom he's going to have to budget it out and buy.
Tom is in Italy, isn't he?
Oh, that's right. That's right. I forgot.
Visiting Chiasano.
Yes, his home village. Hopefully he'll meet some people there and stay.
Yeah, maybe he'll find his family and want to stay with them.
One of the people being mentioned to work with Siegfried work with Siegfried of Siegfried and Roy is, let me...
Hello?
Yes. Now,
hi.
You're the new replacement for Roy?
Yes.
And you love tigers?
Yes.
And you want to be eaten by a tiger?
No.
Ah, you see. No.
You don't think the tiger will eat you, is that
No. I have a way.
I was thinking
to entertain a tiger.
How's that?
By giving him some meat.
I always think she's going to have something profound to say.
From the store.
But I was thinking, instead of tigers, have Siegfried and Wendy, but he makes Wendy, he does a whole retard show, like he makes her disappear. And
I think the tigers are easier to train.
You think? You think you could train Wendy to work in a show?
No, Wendy's not going to go into the trap door.
And now I will tame a retarded tiger.
I want you to have her teeth removed, just in case.
No, Wendy, you're not supposed to be there now.
Teeth removed.
You had what?
I had a teeth removed.
A tooth?
Yes.
Yeah.
I pulled my own tooth out.
All right, very good. That's amazing. All right, listen, Wendy, I have to run.
I have a song for you.
All right, real quick, a song. I always like to let
Okay.
Go ahead. She's a very cute girl.
Here it is, Howard.
Sits in a room all day with these songs.
I know.
All by myself? No. All by myself. She's wearing a retarded G-string.
And doing a retarded dance.
She's going, What song is this?
I'm not sure.
What a life. Don't feel sad for her. She's happier than we are.
Oh, God.
You're welcome.
Hey, why'd you stop?
Oh, okay.
She's so happy in her room.
Is she feeling sexy when
So she responds to music. She loves it.
It's in her song.
She loves that music.
Always. And likes a lot of different kinds of music.
Yeah. All right, honey. No, I can't take it.
But she's singing to you.
Music has the power to heal.
I hear her using your name in the song.
Yeah, a lot of Howard stuff. I think she's rolling around on the bed and like a young Billy Squire. Stroke me, stroke me.
Rock me tonight. I'm walking on air.
Yeah, that 400-pound alligator living in the apartment story is the best. It's as good as the Siegfried and Roy story, but it got aced out by Roy getting eaten by the tiger.
It was a Cayman alligator. I don't know what a Cayman alligator is.
From the Cayman Islands. The hell knows what that means. Yeah. Ted Nugent has a reality show now on VH1. I taped it. I didn't watch it.
Oh, yeah? I saw a promo. He's supposed to take people into his world or something, and...
Yeah.
Sounds like a boot camp with...
I don't know. But it's weird. It's like, can you imagine...
Detroit Man.
Can you imagine, like, he's so... I mean, I've had him on the show. At one point, he was famous, I think, for, like, being a rock star. But now all he's famous for is that he likes to hunt.
Right.
And he just yells and screams like a macho madman, and I guess they want to see how long people can take being around him. I don't think I can last more than a minute.
Or try to live like him. I think he's taking them camping or something.
Yeah, I mean, I'd just be out of my mind after a while.
Who could you live with longer, Wendy or Ted Nugent?
Wendy, for sure. I mean, could you imagine? But he tries so hard to be macho. Like, there's never a tender moment or anything with that guy.
Well, he's on all the time.
Yeah,
I don't think we've ever seen the real Ted Nugent.
Isn't it exhausting to be on all the time? To be so Ted?
Because he's got to talk loud all the time. Because, you know, he's going to out-talk you even if you're not talking.
He's so brilliant, he's going to out-talk everyone. I just want to say my beautiful wife, Charmaine. And then I tune out.
Yeah.
But he's legendary, I guess, but in his own mind. I mean, he had a bunch of...
He's another one of those guys who, you know, he looks really good for his age.
Yeah.
And he's in great shape, so I guess he's some kind of a...
What? Expert?
I don't know, not an oddity that people keep looking at.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, I couldn't stay in a room with him for more than 10 minutes.
How did somebody think he would be a good subject for a reality show?
I don't know. SVH1.
I heard his live show is nuts. He shoots a bow across the stage.
Yeah, he does.
It's pretty...
He does bow hunting on stage during a rock show.
You know what? It's as dangerous to go see him as it is to see Siegfried.
More.
I have hobbies and stuff that I'm passionate about, but like not to the point where it's got to be incorporated into everything I do.
Yeah.
Like bow hunting has to be incorporated into the rock show.
He's working on stage.
Because you know who's into... David Lee Roth is a huge karate guy, and he's into these samurai swords. And meanwhile, on his last show, I think at the Beacon, he started swinging his samurai sword, and he cut his own, like, back.
He took himself out.
Yeah.
It was in his back. It was his face.
Oh, yeah, he cut himself right across the face. That'll drag him off the stage.
Ain't talking about love.
Because he sent me some nutty videotape of himself doing a karate thing.
Right.
Yeah.
And putting it to music and swords and all that. But evidently he attempts this on stage. And
Right, he's jumping around and waving the sword.
I think it's supposed to distract you from, you know, that it's not Van Halen.
Panama!
Panama!
Now, there was another great show, because from what I understand, with the blood running down his face, he finished the song.
Oh, yes.
Panama!
Can you imagine when we went to Siegfried and Roy, if that had happened?
That would have been unbelievable.
You would have never stopped talking about it. It would have been the greatest event that had ever occurred while you were in the audience.
We were there, nothing happened.
Dude, we missed it by 3 months.
Yeah, I mean, you were so close.
We missed it by 3 months.
Yeah.
So close, because I missed it by years. It's been years since I saw them.
What's up? This is the new and improved Fred Durst from the new and improved Limp Bizkit. We just had a nice little chat about Britney Spears. I did her because Howard would do her.
I got to admit, it's killing me that he's doing Halle Berry. It's killing me. I don't like it. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. It's killing me.
It is annoying.
It doesn't bother you that
Yes, it does.
Lenny Kravitz is doing Nicole Kidman?
That bothers me more. See, because in my twisted mind, if I could just meet these chicks, I could work my way in there.
Well, if they're taking those guys, you figure you got a better personality than them.
Yeah, I think I can outmaneuver those two. Those two loons.
I don't care as much about Nicole Kidman.
I do.
I thought Halle Berry's hot, man.
I'd like to bang Nicole Kidman.
Yeah, I think I'd like to bang her. I'm more into Halle Berry, though. The Fred Durst thing, for some reason, is more aggravating to me.
Well, if you were into Halle, you'd think you'd know how to pronounce her name.
What is it, Holly?
Holly.
He's calling her Holly.
Holly.
Who cares what her name is?
Yeah.
Just another broad who's not going to bang me.
There's a picture of her in the paper today. She looks pretty good.
Yeah, with the kid.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. That stuff bothers me. I think the whole world should just be for me. That I should have everything, and no one should have anything.
See, that's you're not getting nearly as much of the world as you should then.
I know.
You don't have much.
That's it.
See, that's something therapy should be helping you with.
We're working on it, but I'm at the point where I'm just recognizing that's my view of the world.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
You're being cheated big time.
Yeah. I'm like, you know what? I think this whole world was set up so that I could consume everything.
Like, why didn't Roy get eaten when I was there?
Yeah. Like, yeah. I went to that dumb show and nothing cool happened.
That's your complaint. Oh, you couldn't
That should be your story.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we were sitting there. Everything went perfectly well.
Right. The dragon came out, breathed fire.
Bored out of my mind. The best thing about it was those 2 free drinks you and I consumed.
Yeah, in the beginning, they're like, you should order 2 if you want to. We're like, oh, yeah, bring 2.
So that was the highlight for you.
Let's go to Jeff. Jeff, you're on the air.
Hey, Howard. How you doing?
Hey, now.
So you got to hear this story. I was in Vegas maybe 4 or 5 years ago with a friend at a backgammon tournament, and he won the tournament, and I got half his winnings. So I took him and his mom to see Siegfried and Roy. We had great seats. We were in like the first or the second row, and at the very end of the show, they come marching out on stage on these giant elephants. I don't know if you've seen the show, but they cruise across the stage on elephants. And the elephant takes a leap, hits me and my friend on our shirts, hits his mother in the face.
Oh, wow.
So they go. So the show ends. So we go to the manager at the Mirage and we say, "Hey, we want our money refunded."
Right.
And the guy's like, "Sorry, we can't do anything about it." I said, "What do you mean you can't do anything about it?" I said, "We're dressed up. We want to go gamble in your casino. We can't go out now. We have to go change. We probably got to burn our clothes."
Right.
So finally, they say, well, if you sign all these releases, if you do everything, we'll mail you a check. So I make a joke and I say, well, hopefully we don't catch any weird African elephant disease. And he's like, are you concerned about that? Are you worried about that? I'm like, I'm joking.
Oh.
But, after about an hour of arguing with these guys, we finally get them to have...
All right. Enough of that.
What is he?
I don't know. He's just going on and on. I'm trying to get into it, but I don't care.
There's no connection to the Tiger story.
Yeah, we're just disappointed when we went to see him, the Tiger didn't attack Roy.
Nothing happened.
Yeah, you'd have even liked the elephant to go.
I would like the elephant to pee on the audience.
It would have been nice.
We didn't see anything unusual.
Would have been a good closer.
Yeah. But... yeah, we know Roy. I had to be reminded of that fact.
I hope it's not we used to know Roy. He makes it.
I don't see why a brain-damaged Roy can't do that act. I don't know why they're talking about closing up the whole show at the Mirage.
Because he has to control the animals. If he's brain damaged, I don't think he'll be controlling anything.
Because I'll go back if he's brain damaged and they do that show.
Besides, once a tiger's attacked you...
You got to be spooked.
Yeah.
Not that guy. I think he's too into the tigers.
With his last breath, before they wheeled him out of there, he went, "Don't kill the cat. Don't kill the cat.
Let the cat live."
Are they sure? He's got a very thick accent.
Yeah.
Maybe he was saying, "Kill the effing cat."
Chris, you're on the air.
Hey, Howard, what if that tiger that bit Roy was actually radioactive, and now Roy's going to have radioactive tiger superpowers?
That'd be a cool movie where actually the actual Roy, Tiger Man, and Roy gets superpowers.
Unbeknownst to Roy, our tiger has been bitten or exposed to radioactive materials.
Yeah, I like it. I think that's an excellent premise. Better than a radioactive spider.
I am Tiger Man.
What would Tiger Man do, though? I mean, at least Spider-Man can walk up walls and stuff.
What will I do? I spin a web with my penis.
I ride a urinating elephant.
Tigers don't spin webs.
My super...
Yeah, right. I pee on you.
Yes, my super urinating elephant.
Yeah, super. What do? I pick up men.
I mean, women. I pick up men. Oh, no. Women.
With my superpowers, I can hear you in the bathroom miles away. And then I claw your balls off. I pee on you.
As Tiger Man, my first assignment is to eat Siegfried.
So, that nice premise there.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny also reading their names. Roy Horns.
Yeah, that's a...
And Siegfried Fischbacher.
I'm Siegfried Fischbacher. I want to thank everyone, especially the celebrities, for showing up to Roy's bedside. Roy and I love each other.
Thank you, Penn.
I love Roy so much.
How about Penn being like the spokesperson, like the magical spokesperson?
That was weird, because you're right. I would have had him figured as hating those guys.
Yeah, that's what I think he did hate those guys. Then he met them, and you know how like when we meet people we hate and then we like them? I think that's what happened to Penn.
They're charming.
Yeah, and now he's met everybody in Vegas. He likes everybody.
They are charming. Remember they charmed the pants off us?
Absolutely.
Backstage.
Oh, it was wonderful.
Come in, boys.
Come in, let us charm the pants off you.
Yes, king of all media.
We will charm your pants off.
Maybe it's time to post that picture of me next to Roy.
You
Again,
should.
yeah,
Again.
as a tribute.
They're in the news.
I'm going to send him some like flowers or something.
He's in intensive care.
Well, to Siegfried anyway.
Sorry about your loss.
Here's a bouquet, Siegfried.
What do you send? You send something? You send flowers?
A note.
I'm going to send a note. Yeah.
Yes.
Dearest Siegfried and Roy.
What a great show. No.
Give my best to your girlfriends.
I know you guys don't like each other that way.
Right, I mean...
The house must seem so empty when you go home.
So Penn came out and he said something cool. He said, you know what? You never think their dopey act is dangerous, but now that this has happened, it reminds you that working with wild animals was really scary.
Well, he was a little more eloquent than that.
Yeah.
I have a lot more respect for them now, knowing that. Because you think, okay, the animal isn't
me too.
drugged or detoothed or something. But
well, that's what I thought. When I first saw them, I said, they must drug those animals.
Yeah.
They finally get our respect, and now they can't go on with the act.
Right, it's over.
Yeah.
Yeah, we needed blood pouring out of one of their necks.
I'm just pissed it didn't happen when we went to the show.
That would have been great.
Well, that's what I said. It was the greatest show they ever gave.
I'll tell you what.
Worth every penny of that $110 you pay for a ticket.
I said it earlier. David Blaine's looking real smart. He doesn't have any tiger. He just pees in a diaper up in a glass box and people get excited.
Right.
You know? That's smart. In my book.
Yeah, because there's no downside.
Yeah.
Except if a cable snaps, and when did that
That's not going to happen.
Well, judging by the broads he's with, David Blaine's doing something right.
Don't you always think... I was really shocked, though. It really bothered me that... I'm not into that animal abuse stuff. And when I read that Roy used to take his microphone and bop the tigers in the head with it.
And that was like a training technique.
Yeah.
Hitting them with microphones.
Yeah, but it's like, I mean, I think Robin was right. It's a 400-pound tiger. What are you going to do? You got to discipline them somehow.
Yeah, but I mean...
we thought, see, the problem is he gave you the impression he had a special relationship with these animals.
Because he raised them. Meanwhile,
he hits them.
The tiger hates him, and the tiger said, you know what, you're just potential food. If you don't feed me a lot, I'm going to eat you.
Stop hitting me.
That's the other thing. Hadn't the tiger been fed?
Yeah, it just got pissed. Because first it grabbed his arm, the first time he whacked it. And then when he grabbed the arm, when the tiger grabbed Roy's arm, Roy started whacking him over the head like 5 to 7 times with the microphone.
Hit him in the jaw.
Hit him in the jaw. And then the tiger said, you know what, this is BS. And grabbed him by the throat and shook him like a maniac.
Well, actually, it was a little bit stranger than that. First, he wouldn't even walk where Roy wanted him to walk. Roy's trying to walk him to a certain spot on the stage, and he refused. That's when the first bonk on the head came.
And he grabbed his arm.
Then he grabbed his arm, and that's when Roy tapped him 5 times Or, no, he refused something, and he tapped him 5 times. Then the thing grabbed his arm. Roy started to stumble, and he leaped at him and grabbed him by the throat.
Roy Horn.
Roy Horn. I had no idea his name was Horn.
I didn't
That's
have
not
that
sexy.
idea either. Now you think about the cod piece, and you go, oh, Roy Horn.
I thought it would be like a cool, exotic European name.
Yeah, what a
Like
average
Roy
name.
Stromboli.
Yeah.
Roy Schwiadel.
Yeah.
Roy Futschebruch.
Oh, Roy Horn.
Yeah, where did he kill him? How does he get to be Roy Horn?
Roy Horn sounds like a guy you get a Pabst Blue Ribbon with.
Yeah. So anyway, that was kind of weird. Siegfried's last name is like Kristallnacht.
Yeah. What was it? It's the what is it?
Riesenflak.
It's Siegfried, Knight of the Broken Glass.
Siegfried Schlenk.
It's Siegfried Temple Burner.
Paul, you're on the air. Go ahead. Hey, we got to get Norman here next. One call and then we'll get Norman with the perfect 10 broads. Yeah, go ahead, brother. No, Paul?
Hey.
Go ahead, quick and talk.
Howard.
Go ahead.
How you doing?
All right. Dr. Gonzo, you're on the air.
Hey, now.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, do you think that it's possible that the tiger that mauled Roy has obtained the HIV virus?
Oh.
That's horrible. They're testing the tiger, though. No.
You can't trust those gay guys, you know?
Oh, come on.
Hey, there's no proof he's gay. Just because he wears a big, giant cod piece.
They've been with the same people for years now.
Tigers are notoriously homophobic, though.
No.
Hey, the cod piece always gives it away, you know?
Yeah. The news channels just love showing pictures of Roy with tigers.
Is that what they're doing?
Yeah, so great. And then they have tiger facts. Now everyone's tiger crazy.
Right. We want to know how often tigers eat humans.
Tigers can eat up to 40 pounds of meat at one time. Tigers are about, there's about 7 or 8 different kinds of tigers.
Yeah, because this was a white tiger that attacked Roy.
Tigers in packs are called streaks.
What?
A pack of tigers is called streaks when they all, you know,
Oh, really? I
they
didn't
run
know
after
that.
your ass. Yeah.
I did not know that.
How much does a tiger weigh?
About 500 pounds.
350 to 500, that's right.
Yeah.
There you go. All right, we got to get out of here.
Well, finally, yeah, Siegfried and Roy, maybe no more. Their manager is saying he doubts that they'll ever do another show.
But we hear Siegfried and Beetlejuice is the good that's going to come out of this.
Siegfried is teaming up with somebody else.
Yeah.
Hey.
Right, Beat?
Me?
Yeah, you.
Me?
Yeah. You and
Hey.
Right, okay.
You and Siegfried. Say Siegfried.
All right.
Somebody drop down zone.
That's it.
Close enough.
Well, that's what's happening.
All right, Robin, I'll see you tomorrow. We'll be... Bye.